A former star in nearby Georgia, this is Sony Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Well, now this pass brought in by Brown. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him at just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Yard line, that's where the return stops. Here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Ryan. He's got Hooper on the short connection. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Here's Ryan. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. On 2nd and 12, Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Freeman. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady, pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
It's complete to Brown, right side. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Wait, set, 380.
Here we go with Michelle. And he's got Roan. He's at the 30. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 57 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And he fires one, but incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out. Bounds.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing again, Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And it's complete. Hooper. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From the 30 on second down, Ryan. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Looking downfield for Jones. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 30 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's Brady to throw. This is White on the screen. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From midfield, here's Brady. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, it's Brady. He gets it to Brown, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Ryan. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 26. Ryan now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Freeman. 11 yards there, first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Ryan will throw again. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. J.C. Jackson there defensively to knock it away.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bryant is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Down, ready, wide 25. Hey, express. Let's go, we got this. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 21.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Freeman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Hey, check.
Mike, 53, Mike. Let's go, D.
Second down and goal. Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Falcons push further out in front. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2.
Watch the pass.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Adrian Claiborne picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And that's caught. It's Edelman again. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
That throw by Brady, incomplete. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Dante Hightower on the stop. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And Jones has it over the middle. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
Mike 25.
Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Here we go, D.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
ready. Be ready.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.